Do you know what Lego set I was wanting recently? I bet you can guess. I bet you can guess. I'll give you a hint. Everyone else did. Lego, the Creel house from Stranger Things. I admit, I was a bit of an idiot to be optimistic into thinking that by the time my birthday happens, tomorrow, I hopefully get some birthday money. I know, I'm gonna be 22. Do we even still get birthday money at that age? Thinking, oh, they'll still have it somewhere, right? Wrong. Now, I wouldn't be necessarily bothered if it wasn't for the fact you go on eBay and there are people selling this house for like extra, like at least 50% extra. Hello, there were people who genuinely wanted that. But like it just, I cannot even begin to explain how pissed off resellers make me. Like, can you hear the anger? No, you don't sound angry, you just sound upset. Nothing annoys me more than a reseller. Like, I don't care. People who, buy the max limit to resell them. Honestly, hope your pillow's never cold. I hope your pillow's never cold, and I hope your feet burn every night you're in bed. I just say that because when my feet get too hot in bed, I don't want to be in bed anymore. It is too much. Most people, it's probably like their feet be freezing, but for me, it's worse when they're hot. Anyway, that's not relevant. I had a whole rant lined up, and as soon as I start talking, I forget. So anyway, it's on back order, which, says it will ship in 60 days, which when you think of it as being 2 months and you think of how quickly that'll probably pass by because the last year just did, it's like, it's not that bad. But I don't particularly want to buy a set that's on back order because to me that, like, I know this is not the case for everyone, but in my head I'm throwing money. I'm spending on something that I don't yet have when I could spend that money on something that I could have pretty much there and then. Like, I would rather actually now buy the Goonies Lego set. Yeah, I do like the Goonies. You could probably tell looking at me, can't you? That is a great set also. Like, I saw it advertised before it came out and I was like, I need that. So, I will have that one day. Not sure about the Creel house, because where is it? It's gone into the upside down. Kind of ironic that I want that, considering I'm supposed to be absolutely petrified of Vecna. I actually got through the finale pretty good, like I got through this last season rather well to say that I am quite scared of Vecna. But oh my god, when he came around that corner, that was pretty terrifying. When he was in the house, was Max and Holly in the Wheeler's house, and they were trying to escape, and he started off as Henry coming down the stairs, and then like he peeks around the corner and he was Vecna, and that was a bit of a jump scare. Absolutely nobody probably thought that, but I did. I was like, that is no thank you. So like, imagine that's what it was like. That was probably scarier. Did I enjoy the finale? Like, I feel like it's quite difficult for me to have an opinion because I didn't watch it from like the get-go. I didn't watch when it first came out. I only started watching it, I can't say last year, it was the year before now. It was 2024 that I finally watched it. And that's only because my mum and my sister decided to watch it. Because like when it came out, my sister was literally like a little kid, you know? She was far too young to watch it. And so like, you know, and she was finally old enough, my mum was like, oh, let's watch this. And I tried to watch it before. I think I tried to watch it like in lockdown, but I wasn't that interested. It wasn't really grabbing me. So, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna watch that with you because I tried and I didn't like it. Guess what? I accidentally ended up sitting with them while they were, I say accidentally, well, I ended up sitting with them while they were watching like the second episode and accidentally got very interested in the show and yeah, ended up liking it. So, you know, like I didn't watch it from the very start. You know, we literally watched it like a year before the final season was supposed to happen. It's not been a really long-term, drawn-out thing for me, really, like it has for some people. Like some people grew up with that, you know. I didn't. And truth be told, if I had watched it when it came out, I would have been... I don't think it actually got scary until... Like, it didn't get super scary. No, I definitely would have been scared, actually. I definitely would have been. Yeah, I'm easily scared now, as you can tell. I was terrified of Vecna, so would have been scared of like the Demogorgons and shit if I watched it when it came out. The finale, it really was not what I thought, which I think was meant to always be the point. Like it was always going to be not what we expected. But I don't know. The way Vecna went out, I really thought it was going to be so different. Like, I expected him, like, going up in flames. I thought he was going to be in, like, some fireball. Spoiler alert, as well, which, like, why are you watching this if you haven't already watched the final? But, nobody died. That was a shock. Apart from Callie, nobody really died. And that was a shock. I know we all thought Steve was going when he flew off that tower, but I was like, they're never gonna kill Steve. Let's be so real here. They knew they would be so responsible for so many cancelled Netflix subscriptions. They couldn't have that on their back. So they were like, Steve has to stay alive. But like everyone did, even Will. And I thought he was going to be gone for sure, because I wasn't quite sure he was alive for the past 10 years. He was connected to that thing when they killed the Mind Flayer, and the Hive Mind. When they killed the Hive Mind, he was fine. So, like, you know, is that it? Is he rid of it? Do you think he'll always have powers? Really, the only thing is, like, it's hard to say if 11... you know, like, made it out or not. Because I like to believe she did. Like, you know, at the end where they were like, oh, Mike's like, she was invisible and she ran and now she's seeking an adventure. And, you know, I kind of said to my sister, I was like, you know, when they all turned and she'd gone, I said, like, I like to believe that when that huge flash happened, she somehow made a getaway and, you know, she somehow managed to get out. Who knows? I think at some point our questions will be answered. I feel like we're definitely going to get a spin-off. If we don't get one now, we're probably going to get one when we're older. Like, give it like a decade or two when everyone's like grown up enough to be playing like parents, and then they're gonna have kids and their kids are gonna go and suddenly everything's gonna be stirred up again and suddenly 11's back and it's like she was alive all along. I don't know. I'm writing this for the creators and it only ended a few days ago. But, you know, if you want to use my ideas, I don't have an email for you to email, but, you know, please let me know, because I would like some acknowledgement. I don't know, I just feel like the end was like a bit confusing. I don't know, it was for me. Look at me, I look like I'm easily confused. But it was just like, sorry, I got distracted by the wall. But it was just like, there was no Demogorgons, which people keep saying, and I was like, did Demogorgons ever exist in this like planet area? I forgot what we called it, but you know, the planet where the hive mind was. Did Demogorgons ever exist there? Because I thought that maybe they were like just in the Upside Down that traveled to our, like the human, like the actual world, you know, to wreak havoc. You know, I'm thinking like maybe they weren't there because they don't exist in that realm. I don't know. It's all so confusing, but it's just a show, and like people, I know people are getting so serious about it. It's like, guys, it's just a show. It's just a show. It's a work of fiction. It's a story. You could write the story yourself, okay? And it doesn't need to make sense to anybody but you, okay? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a bit anticlimactic how Vecna went out. Like, I thought he was gonna spark up like a firework, but I mean, I liked the justification from Joyce. It's a little graphic. I'm not gonna say out loud what happened, but you've watched it, you know. That was justified, you know. That was pretty badass, but I just thought he was gonna explode or something, you know. It was quite just not what I thought it was gonna happen, which I think that was the point. Maybe everyone thought he was gonna go like down in a bonfire, and so they were like, oh, we can't do that because that's the obvious thing. I don't know, I'm just talking now. So there's my Stranger Things thoughts. Thanks for selling out the Creel house on lego.com, Lego in stores, and it's also not available on smiths.co.uk, or is it just smiths.com? Whatever. Yeah, so back orders. Also, that's made me think, like, do you think that if they restock it in like a couple months, do you think it's just gonna sell right out again? Because like the thing is, I don't want to be hurrying to buy this set that I've got to wait months for it to arrive, when I could, like I said, I could use that money to buy like another Lego set in the meantime. Do I need another right now? No, I've got 2 big ones and 2 small ones here. I am pretty stacked up on Lego, stocked, whatever. I don't want to like put off getting it, but they're not going to do what they're doing with the Willy Wonka set. They're not going to retire it after like just over a year now, are they? They're not going to be like retiring at the end of the year, like, because it's so popular. They're not going to, you know, they're going to give it a while. I think by the time it restocks, the hype, people have forgot Stranger Things. It'll be a thing of the past probably, and you know, it's like I wasn't there, like I said, I didn't watch from the beginning, but I remember like being online during like one of the seasons, and like everyone was like into this show, and then like when the season was over a few weeks later, nobody was making it part of their personality anymore. Nobody cared. Okay, like obviously people did, but most, you know, it was just a quick phase. It was just like, yeah, we want to be Eddie Munson. Season ends, everyone's mourning Eddie, and then when they're over it, back to normal. Anyway, I don't know, I'm just ranting now, but that's my thoughts on Stranger Things, the finale, and people selling out the Lego Creel house, specifically the resellers. I don't care that it's sold out if it's people who, you know, genuinely want to put their time and effort into building it, but when you're just buying it to resell it for a profit. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm just gonna keep going on and on and on. And sorry if this was a really bad breakdown of the end. But anyway, thank you for watching. Nothing annoys me more than a resale. I can't even speak.